baby caught the Katy, left me a mule to ride. The train pulled out, I swung on behind. Now I'm still crazy about her, that hard-headed woman of mine. Jazz Piano College. I'm going to cover a song by Fats Domino today called The Fat Man. Now that was a song there, She Caught the Katy. It might have been written by Taj Mahal, I'm not quite sure. But I was listening to this song. I got a request to do this. It's a tune called The Fat Man by Fats Domino. And I don't know what you think, but some people say he really was the one who created rock and roll, and this song was recorded December 10th, 1949, and it's in F sharp. He's done more recent versions of it in the key of F, and I'm going to kind of cover it in both keys. But one reason I want to talk about the key of F sharp is certain things work in F sharp that just don't work in F. And you know, if you do a riff like this, let's see if I can do this now. Yeah, I was doing it in the other song there, but because the way your finger slides off like that to that, I mean, you could do it in F, but it just feels good in the key of F sharp. It also feels good in the key of B. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick out a few of the riffs off of this song here. All right, so you know, he starts. And it almost sounds like he's just doing this with his left hand. But in all the videos I watched of him, he doesn't really seem to do that. He more kind of does like this, either with the thumb being on the beat or the other way. So, you know, do it the way you feel most comfortable. You know, there is some instrument going like that. So you could even do that if you wanted to, but I believe that's the guitar doing that. So it's more of just a kind of a constant F sharp. Now there, he does something with like a polyrhythm, like. All right, so what is that now? So imagine you were going like da 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 da, and you just do every other one da 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 da, and you're. But this is only going. So let's break it down. It's like. See how you go together, and then in between, like that. I'll use the thumb now as the dominant note. And he does a turnaround now. A common turnaround could be like. But, you know, with this going on, all I hear is this. Now, the introduction to this song. You know, I've talked about what is a blues, and blues really has a couple of different definitions. You know, it can be for musicians in a standard form, like 12-bar blues or an 8-bar blues, though there are variations in this song. And then it can just be a song that just feels bluesy, like maybe Georgia on My Mind, you know, that you can put a lot of blues riffs into. But this is an actual blues, and the introduction is a 10-bar blues. And I don't think I've ever heard this exact combination, But, if it's not a 12-bar blues and it's not 8-bar blues, how do you know it's a blues? Well, it's got to feel like a blues, and it's got to go to the 4 chord and back to the 1 chord, and then have some kind of a turnaround and that kind of thing. Who knows? So anyway, here's the form. You got 2 bars of F, then 2 bars of B, back to the 1 chord, 1 bar of C, 1 bar of B. Into the song, and it's pretty much the same chord progression, but it's a true 8-bar blues, and you'll be familiar with this. They call me the fat man 'cause I weigh 200 pounds. Running on the corner. Let's see if we can pick out a few more riffs. Yeah, sometimes on the 1 chord it's kind of like, and any of these left hands are going to work. So there's that little riff I was talking about before. All right, it's a cool thing too. These those 2 notes really kind of give it an interesting flavor. They call me the fat man 'cause I weigh 200 pounds. Yeah, just, doing a chord and kind of rolling it. Yeah, I've heard it done this way too. I'm even using my 4th finger in there. I don't think that's really right, but it just helps you give that little roll to it. And notice how I'm going to those 2 kind of cool notes. They never really do that kind of turnaround, but make the song your own. All right, Fats Domino. I was never a huge fan of him because, all I really ever heard was like Blueberry Hill and maybe that other hit that he had. But I listened to a concert or watched it on YouTube. I'll put a link to it down in the description. And he's really just such a pleasure to watch and to listen to. And he's got such a great attitude, and I'm sure it was a struggle for him, starting off back in the late 1940s. I mean, things were not that cool in this country. Now we've got Juneteenth, things are better, still got a ways to go. But anyway, Fats Domino, he's the man. All right, check him out.